Welcome back to another episode of Carson's Aquatics. Today, we apparently are getting something new. Pretty much this morning, Chris said, get in the car, we're going to the fish warehouse. Then he just told me that he's surprising me with something. So yeah, I have no idea what we're getting today, but I guess we're about to find out.
We are definitely about to find out. There's a lot of stuff. Boxes of stuff.
Yeah, check this out, guys. Got some pond plants here, and then whatever the heck is in these two. So I guess we're just gonna go ahead and open them up. But first, I want to tell you guys about today's video sponsor. This video is sponsored by freshwaterscrub.com. Pretty much every single aquarium plant you guys are gonna see in this video can be bought from freshwaterscrub.com. So if you guys like what you see and you want to pick up some of these plants for yourself, be sure to head over to www.freshwaterscrub.com and use code Carson for 10% off your order. Once again, huge thank you to freshwaterscrub.com for sponsoring this video, and now let's get right back to it.
All right, so like I said, everything in these two boxes is yours with the exception of one fish.
All right.
So that fish is mine, but I am about to introduce you to the most aggressive, most massive, extreme river monster that you have ever seen with your own two eyes. Are you ready?
I'm ready. You got me a baby red tail?
Yeah, sure did.
Let's
and
go.
look at how massive that thing is.
It's huge.
I will tell you, this one is actually not yours. This one is mine. This is the one fish that was in here that was mine. So in this box, I had them go ahead and pack them up for you for transport. 2 more red tails.
Sweet.
They will last for at least 24 hours, so you'll be able to make it home perfectly safe with those guys in there. We're gonna actually take that one and we're gonna put it in my backyard pond. We'll talk about that later. Now, on top of the fish, I also told you I was gonna give you one of these pond plants. I'll let you pick that out. And I'm gonna send you home with some really epic Amazon swords, some red flame swords, some hornwort, java ferns, some wisteria, and then I also have some anubias, some duckweed, some frog bits, some crypts, all kinds of things like that are inside that we're gonna bag up and send with you as well. Yeah, I mean, hopefully these red tails are exactly what you wanted, because I heard you mention it during the tour.
I've wanted one for a really long time.
So I figured, hey, might as well get you one before you head out. So with that, let's get this stuff boxed up.
Yeah, let's do it. Thank you. Alrighty, guys, so as you saw there, Chris just surprised me with not only a ton of aquatic plants, the dude really hooked it up. He also gave me 2 baby red tail catfish. Here's one of them in the cup. This is actually for Chris. He's gonna put this in his backyard pond, but he got me 2 of these. They're here in this box. And you know what? I wanna see these guys. We're gonna go ahead and open up this box. Let's take a look at our new baby red tail catfish. Oh my goodness. Check those guys out. That is so cool. These guys are literally tiny, guys. These things are about 2 inches. I cannot wait to watch these guys grow up. They're gonna grow super fast. And yeah, I think we are gonna be putting them in the 75 gallon to start. We might grow them out for a month or so in the 25 gallon and then move them to the 75 gallon where they can stay a while. And then from there, we can move them to the 125 when they get too big. And then when they get too big for that, hopefully we'll have some kind of bigger setup like a pool pond or something. So we're gonna have these catfish for a really long time, assuming everything goes well with them. And yeah, just one more look at them here. Those things are sick, dude. But yeah, I think Chris is inside grabbing something right now. Here in just a second, we are going to put his red tail catfish into his backyard pond. You guys are gonna see all that. And yeah, after that, we're pretty much gonna hit the road, make our way home, and get these catfish into a tank. Alrighty, guys, so we are back here in Chris's backyard, and we are at his turtle enclosure right here. And first of all, check this thing out. Not only is it a pond, but it's also like a land section for the turtles. And they've got this ramp here that they can go hang out in the land section, bury themselves, which is what they like doing. Mud turtle right there?
That's the mud turtle, yeah. But they just use the ramp system, and we'll see if she'll go down in there. But swim around and go back over here, bury themselves.
I'd love to have some kind of enclosure like this someday. But yeah, right here we've got his red tail catfish here in this cup. We just went ahead and got it acclimated, and now we're pretty much gonna toss it on into the pond.
And there he goes. Straight up under the rock.
Yeah. So I am definitely excited to get these red tail catfish home and into the fish room. Chris, once again, big thank you for the catfish.
Absolutely.
And for having me over here. I actually stayed at Chris's house, so big shout out to him. He does have a channel of his own, Christopher Scott. Be sure to check him out. Yeah, I'm not sure when I'm gonna see you next. We're gonna hit the road. We'll probably do some updates on the catfish on our way, and I'll see you when I see you. Alrighty guys, so I am on my way home. We've been on the road for about 2.5 hours now, and I am stopping for gas real quick, but I do want to check in on our red tail catfish who are riding shotgun today. So let's open up the box and take a look, and they're both moving, so that's obviously a good sign. These things are just so cool, dude. Look at these. Yeah, and in case you guys didn't know, these catfish literally get ginormous, like probably over 6 feet long. So it is gonna be so awesome seeing these guys grow from literally this big to multiple feet long eventually, but it's great to see they're both doing good. I'm gonna get back on the road, and I might do one more update on these guys when we have to stop for gas again. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Alrighty guys, I know that was about 2 seconds for you, but for me it's been about 3.5 hours since our last update. Just stopped for gas again. And let's go ahead and check in on our baby red-tailed catfish. And as you can see, they are both doing good. There's not really much to say about them. They're both still alive, and that's all we're really looking for, honestly. But yeah, we have 4 more hours on the road. It's actually going by pretty quick. I don't mind long drives at all. I feel like I could go for another like 10 hours, honestly. But yeah, we are gonna get back on the road, and the next time you guys see me, I will be at home. Super excited for that, and with that being said, I will see you guys there. Alrighty guys, and after 10 hours on the road, we have made it back home. It is now 10 p.m. and the very first thing we're gonna do is put our new pond plant here into the mini pond. We're just gonna set it in there, give it some water, and then we'll probably move it in the morning. And now we're gonna grab the red-tailed catfish out of the truck and bring them down to the fish room. I think we're gonna put them in the 25-gallon for now, and I just wanna get them situated in there real quick and then head straight to bed. And we'll talk more about them in the morning, but I'm gonna go grab them out of the truck, and I'll see you guys down in the fish room. Alright guys, and here we are back in the fish room. Everyone's doing good. Pluto, Neptune, all the turtles. Everyone is good. And we've got all our stuff right here. And we're gonna take a look at all that in the morning. But this other foam box here on the bottom is what we're dealing with tonight. Our 2 baby red-tailed catfish. Dude, it's crazy how tiny these things are. And we are gonna be putting them here in this 25-gallon tank. This is the tank the piranhas were in. You can see we're gonna have to fill it up the rest of the way with water, get the filter and heater back up and running. Then after that, we'll acclimate the catfish and then put them in the tank. And I think I'm gonna keep them in this tank for a while. They are, like I said, very tiny, and I think if I put them in the 75-gallon tank, then the cichlids in there would probably mess with them. So I want them to put on a little bit more size before we put them in the 75-gallon tank. But yeah, what we have to do right now is just get the 25-gallon up and running. Alrighty guys, the tank is full, the filter and heater are on, and the next thing we need to do is let our red-tailed catfish start acclimating to this tank. So we're gonna drop them in there to float, and we're gonna leave them like that for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then they'll be ready to go into the tank.
A few moments later.
Alrighty guys, it has been 15 minutes. These catfish are ready to go into the tank. So we've got our first one right here, and we are just going to dump the water from the bag into the tank. I usually wouldn't do this, but there aren't any fish like currently in here, so we don't have to worry about anything getting sick. But there he goes. Now we've got our other one right here going into the tank. Oh man, dude, I just can't get over how tiny they are. Easily the smallest red-tailed catfish I've ever seen, and now they're in our tank, which is just awesome. So we're just gonna give them the night to get used to this new tank. I'm gonna go upstairs and go to bed because I am so tired right now, but I'm gonna pick the camera back up first thing in the morning. We'll take a look at these catfish, see how they're doing, and with that being said, I'll see you then. Alrighty guys, so it is the next morning and we are gonna go right ahead and check in on our new red-tailed catfish. And it looks like they're both in hiding, so we're gonna have to lift up that tree decoration. We are actually gonna take this tree out of here, and you can see one of the catfish there. There's a few things I wanna do to this tank real quick. We're gonna take this out. I don't see the other catfish yet. He's probably in this pile of rocks. Hello? I hope he's behind this one. Oh, he is. Look at that. There are both of our red-tailed catfish right down there. I'm obviously very happy to see they're doing good. But a couple things I want to do to this tank. First of all, if you listen closely to the filter, you honestly don't even have to listen closely because this thing is super loud. It makes that rattling noise. I've had this thing for like a few years now, so I guess it's just getting old. But I did just run out to PetSmart and grab a brand new filter. This is another hang on the back filter. This is a bigger version of the one I have in the guppy breeding tank. And I really like that one so far. It's got all kinds of like filter media in there. It's even got a built-in protein skimmer. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing all set up in the 25-gallon. Alright guys, and the new filter is all set up, and if you take a listen, it is completely silent. You might still be able to hear that one. And yeah, now what I want to do is level out the sand. You can see it's a little bit dug out back there. So I'm just going to flatten all the substrate out. And I'm actually going to try and stir up some of this stuff on the bottom and try and get it to work into the filter. Yeah, there we go. The sand is all leveled out. And now we are actually not going to put the tree decoration or the rocks back in this tank. But what we are going to put in here are all the plants that Chris sent us home with. I'm going to be doing a complete planted tank setup here in a couple days. But until then, I need a place to put these plants. So might as well throw them in the 25 with our red-tailed catfish. Our boy Chris hooked it up big time with these plants. We literally have so many. I don't even think all these are going to fit into the 25. We're going to put as many in there as we can, and we might distribute the rest of them to my other tanks, like the 10 tall, the 10-gallon guppy breeding tank. And if you guys like the look of these plants, every one of them is available on freshwaterscrub.com. Be sure to check them out, and once again, huge shout out to Chris for hooking it up. I can't wait to set up our new planted aquarium here in a couple days. But first, we are just going to throw all these plants into the 25. Alrighty guys, and as you can see there, all the plants are in. And yeah, we got a lot of dang plants there. Our filter's running good back there. I also went ahead and added some beneficial bacteria starter. Since it is a new filter, we probably took out a lot of the beneficial bacteria. So I just added some of that to back it up. And yeah, we've got all these plants in here, literally taking up the entire bottom of the tank. Then I also put some frog bit in there, which is a floating plant. I also put some frog bit and duckweed into our guppy breeding tank here. And then also put some duckweed and frog bit into our 10-gallon baby cichlid tank. And yeah, there's pretty much no chance we're gonna be able to get a good look at our catfish in here with all these plants in here. You can see one of them right back there in the back of the tank. And then I just saw the other one right back there. But hopefully here in a few days, whenever I set up our new planted tank and we get most of these plants out of here, we'll be able to get a better look at those catfish. And we're also gonna do some feedings here in this video. So you guys will get a much better look at them later on. And I don't really know when the next time I'm gonna see you is, but I guess whenever it is, I'll see you then. Alright guys, so it has actually now been a little bit over a month. That's a little bit longer than I was expecting, but let's go ahead and take a look at the tank. You can see it looks a lot different since the last time you guys saw it. Obviously, I took most of those plants out. I did set up that new planted tank I was talking about, so that's where most of the plants went. I did set that up at my new house, in case you guys didn't know I got a new house. And you guys will be seeing a lot more of that very soon, but let's go ahead and take a look at the catfish. Here's one of them hanging out by these potted plants up front, and then the other one just came out of that barrel that I put in there for them. When I took all the plants out, I obviously took away most of their cover, so I threw this barrel in there, and I threw a couple of these rocks in there. But yeah, both of the catfish are doing very good. It almost looks like they're getting a little bit bigger. I'll let you guys be the judge of that, but I think they are growing a little bit. And yeah, they're just doing fantastic in this tank. Obviously, this is just a holding tank for them. I'm actually going to be setting up a brand new planted tank for them and possibly a couple other fish. I'm going to be setting that up real soon also at the new house. So these catfish right here are going to be the next fish over at the new house, and it's going to be coming real soon, so stay tuned. But one last thing I want to do in this video is feed these catfish. You guys haven't seen them eat yet, and it's pretty cool to watch. So right here we got a cup of bloodworms, and we're gonna dump a bunch of these in here and watch them work their way down to the bottom. And you can see our catfish are going crazy for these things. And take a look at their stomach real quick. It's not that fat yet, but by the time these guys are done eating, their stomach will be huge. But yeah, these guys are so much fun to watch eat. And yeah, that's pretty much gonna do it for this video. Once again, a huge thank you to Chris and freshwaterscrub.com for hooking it up with these two awesome baby redtail catfish, as well as all the aquarium plants he sent us home with. Once again, be sure to check out freshwaterscrub.com and use code Carson for 10% off your order. Other than that, today's comment of the day goes out to, and if you want your comment to be the comment of the day in the next video, all you got to do is drop a comment down below, and that could happen. And if you liked this video, be sure to hit that like button, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications, and I'm going to see you in the next video.